Peace and love, Libras. How are my Libra people doing? This is your April 2018 What's Happening reading. And my readings are like short and sweet. It's quickies so that you get what you need in a short amount of time. That's what we're aiming for on here. Thank you for visiting the channel. Whew. Just to let you know, Libras, I just finished the Virgo What's Happening readings, and Mercury retrograde is kicking their ass. Don't tell them I told you that like that. Just kidding. But hopefully, you guys are doing a lot better in the Mercury retrograde. I recorded Virgos a few times, and even a video came out looking a little crazy, but that's how the retrograde is affecting them right now, that it was affecting me just by trying to communicate with them. Anyway, let's get started with you, Libra. What's happening? My angels that are around us, Mikael, Gabriel. Okay, right now I see a lot of you Libras doing that Libra thing, meaning some indecision. Let's break this down. I feel like this is okay. So yeah, this is a Libra thing. So you guys are gonna be in your bags this April. Like you're definitely in your bag. Like you're just AKA on your shit or in your shit in your own world, doing your thing, doing what you do. And for some of you, it's gonna be about not knowing if this life as you live it is what you want. Or if you should just go somewhere else. Why I say that? The Seven of Hearts is a very, very, very fickle card because the seven is very internal and the heart is very complicated sometimes, um, or can be very, complicated. It's a very indecisive card. The Queen of Clubs. This really talks about like more like business, and movement. Like what's the master plan almost in business and movement because the queen is she's the queen. And this doesn't have I don't feel like this relates to you Libras, but I feel like the queen just relates to the energy of that master energy of making moves and like the master plan. What your master plan is, being indecisive about it, not being unsure. The four diamonds, that's your foundation. A lot of people talks about it being stagnation. It can be stagnation in its spread, especially when you're dealing with the seven of hearts. If you don't make a decision, if you sit in indecision too long, you will be stagnant. Make a move, pick a move, any move. But in order for the universe to provide you with what you need for that path, you have to make a move so that the universe knows which way you're going to know which way it needs to meet you. So the four diamonds is I feel like in this it is talking about it can be stagnation, but I feel like that's like if you stay in it, but it's talking about like you just questioning like where you are right now. The ground that you stand on, like is this where I want to be? Is this what I want to do? Forget this, man. Or maybe you guys are disappointed or just bored, or just feel like no one's listening or no one's there, or just that you need to like step away and break away and get something new. Because then you have the Ace of Clubs, like that's like a new road, a new path. But then on top of it is the Two of Spades. So some of you, this may be your truth, like for real. This may be something that you really, 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 really need to do. But for some of you, this is how you're feeling right now. This is like, I'm just feeling like breaking away, getting away, cutting people off, going somewhere else. Um, so I want to throw more cards because I don't feel like we're done. So what is prompting these things is, I feel like Libras, you feel like you're, whatever's happening in your love life, you're kind of down and out on it, and you don't. This has everything to do with like the reason why was provoking and encouraging these thoughts and excuse me, these thoughts is you feel like it relates to your love life. It relates to, if for those of you in relationships, is saying that you may be unhappy, or there may be some kind of unfairness. Um, you just feel worried that this is not for you, but you don't feel confident in starting something new. Some of you feel like, for those of you that are not in relationships, you feel like, what's the sense? Where is this going? And I'm never going to find anybody, and my choices. And if this one didn't do this, or I should have been with this one, when I had the chance. so, so let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you, for the people that this resonates with, let me kind of give you like a little remedy, like a little secret. Sometimes when things are not working out in one part of our lives, that's because we're supposed to put that on a shelf for a minute and go to something else. Meaning, say you are an artist, a painter or something, and you can't finish one piece of work, and you've been painting it and you've been working hard on it, and you just get stuck. You don't want to sit there for days and weeks and months and just stare at it until something comes up. And in that whole process, you're beating yourself up. You're going through the whole process of what it is that you can't. Same thing for writers. When writer's block, that means you need to put it down, put it on the shelf, hang it up, go to something else that really is required of your energy at that moment, because we live in cycles. So we have to shift often. And so when one thing isn't working, sometimes we just have to shift. So what I'm saying is that the 10 of diamonds come up. So right now it looks like it is what it is in love and relationships. But that's because I feel like this Mercury retrograde it really wants you to focus on what's going on with you and in your business. Are you taking care of your business? What's going on with you and your wealth? What happened to those big dreams you had? You forgot? Don't, and for those who have been working on that, it's just saying, don't get caught up in relationship issues, or you feeling bad, or you feeling like this is not working. Guess what? It's not working right now because it's not supposed to work. You're supposed to be really, really, really focused on where you going financially. For some of you, I feel like it's time for you to start budgeting yourself and making better decisions and trying to figure out ways to discipline um, your financial habits, or to balance it out a little bit more. I feel like some of you, need to focus on getting new things because you haven't had, it's just time to renew yourself. I feel like some of you need to give yourself a promotion from one job to the next. Like you've been at one place too long, and it's time for you to expand yourself. It's time for you to go for more. Some of you have your own businesses and are starting your own businesses, and that's what you've been talking about. Some of you that have your own businesses need to look at your checks and balance. Like this, need to look into your financial records, bookkeeping, some things you may have missed. So what I'm saying is that this is the time to do those things. Don't get caught up or hung up about your love situation. It's just not the time right now. Things are going to be well with that. Okay, so we're pushing in 11 minutes. Just going to wrap up. For those of you who want to take this a little bit further, because we all are unique and different, and you could have your personal session with me, just go to the link in the description box and you can set up a session for yourself. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you've heard, or press like. Okay, have a great April. Peace and love.